Hello everybody, my name is Dusty and welcome to my channel. This weekend, I went home to Milwaukee, and while I was there, I got a phone call from one of my friends who owns a pet store asking me if I wanted to come in and look at a fish that he had. Now, I'm one of those people that really cannot say no to things like that. I have zero self-control when it comes to those things, so of course I said yes. While I was there, he showed me a beautiful dwarf Gourami and asked me if it's something I'd like to add to my tank. Now, I know dwarf Gouramis are pretty docile and they really are not aggressive. And seeing how I have three other ones already, I said sure, why not? So I brought him home. But when I came back from university, I really didn't know what I was going to expect. I had only been gone for a night, and a lot happened, actually. The thing that I think I'm most sad about is that my golden clam died. I don't know how, I don't know when, and I don't know why. It could be a lot of different things. I do have a semi-aggressive fish in the tank. He could have just pried him open. I do have catfish. I don't know if that's something, maybe he was just getting hit around a lot, but he did not survive. So right now, I put him in the goldfish tank for the shrimp to eat. I'm assuming that it wasn't anything wrong with my water parameters because I tested them and they seemed to be fine, so I'm just assuming something like that happened. I remember I did get two of them, and the other one died too before I even brought him back home. He died in the bag, so I'm just assuming they're really sensitive, and that it's nothing I'm doing, but just where I got them from. The other thing that happened is my goldfish tank went from a little murky after the water change this week to like awful. I'm going to be doing a 50% water change on it because I really don't know what's causing it. It just went from, hey, I probably should do a water change when I get back, to holy God, what just happened? Right here, it just got really murky. And the camera doesn't really show you that well, but it's a lot worse than it looks on the camera. Like that one over there, I just did a water change. It's a little murky, but like that's expected from my community tank. But this, I mean, there's only like 3 fish in it, so. Of course, there are goldfish, but I don't know what happened because this hasn't done this before. Now, I did just change the filter cartridges. Maybe that has something to do with it. Another thing is that maybe the water that was encrusted on the sides here when I did my water change, I scrubbed off. Maybe that got in. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just do a complete 50% water change on this tank to see if that helps. Make sure everything's cleaned off and see how it goes from there. Now this is the dwarf Gourami. It's different than the ones that I have now. This is an actual legitimate dwarf Gourami. The other ones I have are different variations of the dwarf Gourami. And in these corners you can also kind of see I also picked up some pest snails. And the reason for that is because my betta tank recently has just been overflowing with algae. I'll show you what the betta tank looks like. I have been cleaning non-stop since I moved back. I'm not really upset with algae. Algae means that the tank cycled. That's fine. You can see the algae growth on the sides here. I've been trying to combat that, mixed in with some hair algae in the back there on the filter. But all the bettas are doing okay. They're all being active, enjoying life right now, which is really nice. I'm going to throw those pest snails in here. I got 3, 1 in each. And see if that helps with anything. Now, of course, they are just pest snails, so I don't expect a lot from them, but what I am hoping for is that they start to clean the algae up, and if they do, I'm going to go back and get more. They were free, they just wanted to get rid of them. What I do is I go to my large chain pet stores like Petco, PetSmart, Pet World, and I go in and I ask if they have any pet snails they want to get rid of. Normally what they do is they have a little bucket, a jar thing that they dump them into when they find them, and usually they just hand me the whole thing and say I can take it. I used to feed them to puffers and things like that, but I'm going to start to try to use them to actually clean my tank, and I hope that works. I'm not really sure if it's going to or not, but I thought I'd give it a try and see if it helped. Worst comes to worst, I'll just take them out and feed them to the shrimp. School starts in the upcoming week, so I wanted to get everything I could while I was there. Of course, there were some things I did not get. I'm going to be going back and getting those things or ordering them online, but I just wanted to get the basics down, make sure my tanks were ready for the school year, and I'm slowly starting to plan what I'm going to do during break. I think during winter break I'm going to try to leave the 20 gallons here. That's going to be a process that I'm going to have to do a lot of research on and figure out. But it's only about 2 weeks, so it shouldn't be awful. But we're going to figure that out as we go. It's just kind of a thought that's popping into my head at this point. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next week. Bye.